there's a lot of weird debates about public land too. Here's one that really gets me. There's a lot of people that are really into public land, and public land is super important to them. They only want to hunt public land, but they have secret spots on public land, and they don't want anybody to know about them. And if you tell someone about their spot on public land, they'll get mad at you. Like if you take someone to a spot, I've heard Ranella talk about this on his show. Like he's a big public land guy.
Yep. But
he'll talk on his show about what a betrayal it is if you tell a person about a spot and they tell someone else about that spot. Yep. Or they go to that spot without you. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Is this public land or is it not? And if it is public land, if you're telling someone about a spot, you're telling me that this public land spot, you don't want them going to without you?
Not unless they find it on their own.
That is fucking ridiculous, right? That's ridiculous. It's like you have a private spot.
Yeah,
you have a private spot on public land. So you're a public land guy until it infringes on your own privacy. Like you figured out a way to have a private spot on public land. And if you share this private spot with someone else, they're not allowed to go there without you. Fuck you. That's crazy.
Dude, that's the number one rule in fishing, too.
It's either private or it's not.
Yeah, but if someone takes you to a sweet little spot where they just rip lips constantly on a lake, and then next thing you know, they go out there on a weekend and you're sitting there in your boat with a bunch of buddies.
That's stupid. Is this a public lake or not?
They're going to be like, bro, I took you to my spot.
Well, they're assholes. That's stupid.
I don't think so.
You think they should not go there?
I think there's...
Do you think they own that spot? It's a fucking giant lake.
No, they don't own it.
Okay.
They don't own it.
Let's talk about like Lake Superior.
Okay.
We've got a giant-ass lake.
Yep.
And someone has a spot where all the lake trout live.
A little reef, yeah.
Yeah.
Where everything's chilling out.
You tell me about that spot. And then you go back there 6 months later and I'm at that spot. You're going to be mad at me?
No, probably not.
Not me, but what if it's a guy that you don't know as well?
If I went back and you had a whole bunch of guys there, it'd be like, dude, you should have saved this spot for us.
That's ridiculous. It's a fucking public lake.
I'm not taking you in any of my spots.
You better not. See, this is the thing. These people that say they want everything to be public, that's not public. It's not public if you don't want other people going back there.
I see the argument, though, because he put in the work to find a good place that took work within public land.
Then you better not tell people about it or they're going to go back.
Yeah, that's where you go wrong. Yeah, if you find it, you got to just keep it quiet.
That's so corny. That's so ridiculous. Like, you want that spot to yourself. You want that spot to be private.
In a way, yeah, you do.
Yeah, you're making a private area in public land. That's what you're doing.
Yep.
I think that's preposterous.
Well, could you imagine if you were going elk hunting, you left camp an hour and a half before daylight, and you pack all the way out there, and there's someone sitting on your glassing rock in that basin?
It's not yours.
But you would still say,
Someone
I should have never
first.
told this guy that it was here.
It's public land.
All right.
Someone got there first.
No one's ever going to tell you about their spot.
This is a spot that's been the same way for hundreds of thousands of years.
Yeah,
it's been that way.
It has. But someone found it. Put in the work to find it.
This is some small-minded thinking, man.
Yep.
This is some small-minded thinking.
I know. Sorry.
But this is a common way of thinking.
I'd say there's people that don't think that way, but there's certainly people that are. I would have to side with Rennell on that.
Really?
Yeah.
So you think, so let me ask you this. So if someone takes you to a place and it's this really good mule deer spot and you hike in 7 miles and it's this beautiful basin and you go there and there's just always deer there. You don't go there without that person's permission?
I would say, are you going to be there? And if he said no, and I'd say, can I go? I wouldn't take anyone. That would be code.
Can I go?
That'd be code,
man.
man.
Can I go to national forest land?
Yep.
Can I go to public land? Can I go to this spot that you don't fucking own even a little bit?
Out of respect for that guy that found it.
Found it?
Yeah.
He just walked. He walked on the dirt. Found what? A tree? This is my tree.
Yeah.
This is crazy. This is my rock that I stand on. This top of the cliff is my cliff. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you can take it to a point, but
it's crazy.
I still think it's code.
It's a weird code.
The other argument, though, too, is just from a hunting situation.
Jamie, as a person who doesn't hunt at all,
Yeah,
does
Jamie,
this seem
what's your-
ridiculous?
I mean, I've heard it, so I understand. Like, it's not
Right.
a new concept to me, but I'm trying to compare it to something else. Like, if it was like a basketball hoop I found somewhere, and I don't tell somebody to go to that playground because it's my hoop, and I show up and people are there playing.
a public
Just
playground.
Find another hoop to play on.
Well,
or
y-
you don't play basketball that day.
It seems
I'm just trying to-
ridiculous.
That's silly, but I'm just trying to think. Yeah.
That you have especially in today's day and age, because today people use like Onyx maps and they use Google Earth, and you could find these beautiful spots and you just go out to them. Like if you find a beautiful spot on Google Earth and you go out to it and you go, hey man, this is a spot I found. Don't go there. This is my spot. This is my spot on public land. Seems ridiculous.
Yeah, it does. It does. But I think there's a legitimate code to it.
It seems ridiculous, but it seems understandable that someone would be upset if they're looking forward to going to a place and they told you about it a year ago, and they go to that place, they hike in, takes them 9 miles,
Yep.
and then you're there.
Yeah.
Tough shit. Go another 9. Should have got there earlier, you procrastinating motherfucker.
I'm taking you with me when we're going to someone's spot. I'll let you.
No one owns any spots. See, that's what's so weird about it to me. It's
There definitely is a line. I mean,
Yeah.
I see your argument 100%, and I know it. You know, at some point it could definitely get childish or out of hand. I mean, obviously there's a ton of stuff, but out of courtesy, yeah. I mean, if anytime you showed me something cool, if you're like, hey, I got this cool thing, this is what I do, you know, it's kind of private. Take my family there, whatever. I'd be like, yeah, I respect that.
but it's not private. That's what's weird.
Yeah.
What's
you're
weird
right.
is the whole
water's
thing
not
about
either.
public land.
But fishermen would be the same, right?
But it's
captains,
It's still crazy.
Boat captains.
The whole thing about public land is that it's supposed to be everyone's. So if you find a really good area in public land, that's supposed to be available for everyone.
Yeah.
But that's not what everybody wants. What everybody wants. That's one of the things about people not wanting new people to get into hunting. Like, I've heard this argument before. Like, you shouldn't be telling people to get into hunting because it's already tough enough out there on public land. There's already so many people hunting on public land. If more people get into hunting, there's going to be more pressure. Like, what?
Yeah, that's not me. I'm definitely looking to get more people in for sure.
Right, because you're thinking they don't know about your spots.
I'll find a new spot.
That's a good attitude.